Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following breaking news happening on Detroit's east side. That's where one person has been shot in an officer-involved shooting. That story topping our news now at noon. Thank you for joining us. We know that suspect has been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. I want to give you a detailed look at where this shooting happened. It was on East Jefferson Avenue near St. Albans Street, just after a short 2-block foot chase. Our Nick Monticelli is there on the scene. Nick, I understand that you've talked with witnesses. Do we know what led up to this?
We've been talking to a lot of people, Evrod. Good afternoon. And what we believe happened, and we can't show you directly during this live picture, but there is a vehicle about 2 blocks west of where I'm standing right now that was dumped. Something happened where that vehicle was either pulled over or some other thing happened, and the driver of that vehicle jumped out and started running through traffic eastbound here at Jefferson, literally jumping over cars and ending up right here in front of this bus stop behind me, which is where officers were forced to shoot him. We can show you some video from when this started, which was about 10:15 this morning. And again, this happened because there was some kind of stop. That driver getting out of the car and jumping through traffic. I was talking to one witness who said that he was kind of joking, almost like a football stance, trying to dodge past officers, over vehicles, stopping traffic. It was literally a nightmare as officers were running, chasing down Jefferson as this was all unfolding. And then that witness said very, very clearly that the suspect turned around and pointed a gun at officers. She says that the officers showed an extreme amount of restraint and did not shoot the suspect immediately. They tried working with him, but then it got to a point where he started aiming that gun at the officers, and that is when she said the officers were forced to fire. I should point out that that suspect has non-life-threatening injuries. One of the officers I talked to says he believes that he was taken to Detroit Receiving Hospital, potentially shot in the arm or the leg or both. But as you look around here, you can see there are many shell casings that were fired. The witnesses says that there were a lot of gunshots. But again, very clear that witness says that he pulled a gun and aimed it at these officers.
The man was screaming and yelling, and he was running around, and they were trying to catch him. He yelled and screamed, and he proceeded this way, and he was running down the sidewalk, in and out the cars, and they were chasing him, and he was yelling, and they were yelling, and then he jumped over a few cars. He whipped around a few of the police officers. He had his hand in his pocket, and then he pulled out a gun. I thought maybe afterward it may not have been a gun, but I saw a gun when he pulled it out, and I saw, oh my God, he got a gun. But the officers didn't immediately shoot him. They waited a few seconds, they chased him a little more, and he was trying to aim it at him, running, and then that's when they started shooting at him.
As you're looking live now at Sky 4 above this scene, you can get an idea of how large of a scene this is. Jefferson is closed in both directions, and the scene spans about 3 blocks, maybe even 4 blocks, closed again in both directions, and it will be closed for some time. Back here live on the ground now, you can see there are dozens of detectives and officers here. In fact, Detroit Police Chief James Craig is also here. He is expecting to come over here and give us a live update on exactly what happened, some more details about why this started in the first place. A sergeant with the department mentioned that there was some kind of mental check. I couldn't quite understand or get a clear answer on what that meant, if there was some kind of mental check with with the suspect, why the stop initiated in the first place. All of those questions we're hoping to have answered here with the chief sometime during this 12 o'clock newscast. But most importantly, you've got a suspect that was shot in the arm or the leg with non-life-threatening injuries. And I'm actually going to kind of pause just here for a moment, because the chief is walking over to us as we speak. So this might be a good opportunity for us just to pause and wait for the chief to come over here, because this is going to happen in just a moment here. In fact, the sergeant is saying, okay, it's going to happen right now here. So again, we believe that there was one suspect who was shot, non-life-threatening injuries. And Sergeant, you've got no officers that are injured, correct? As of right now, the sergeant says there are no officers that are injured. The chief is walking over here right now. We'll get a live update with him.
And in terms, Nick, of the roads that are blocked off, can you kind of give us an idea of what areas people need to avoid as we wait for the chief to come by?
Yeah, Evrod, it's Jefferson right here at Du Bois. That's closed off, and here's Chief Craig.
Right now, what can you tell us at this point?
Okay, as you know, this is a very fluid investigation, still very much at the beginning, but this is what we know right now. So 11 o'clock, the officers get a radio call, which initially was a non-priority radio call in the 1900 block of Jefferson at a hotel. That call was upgraded to a possible mental subject armed with a gun. So as the officers arrive to the location, they make contact with this subject. He was somewhat resistive. He would not talk with the officers. So at some point he leaves the hotel, kind of running away from the officers, but in doing so, he runs out into traffic here on Jefferson. He gets slightly struck by a vehicle. Now, trying to describe this thing so you have an understanding of what his actions were prior to the shooting incident, throughout their contact and his running, he maintained his hand in at least one of his pockets. So after being struck by the vehicle, he recovers, he turns and faces the officer. We now know he possibly fired as many as 3 shots at the officers from a 9mm handgun. Those shots never took effect. Certainly the officers, both fearing for their life, returned fire. 2 of the 4 officers that were on scene at this time, they did strike the subject. Right now we believe non-life-threatening injuries. Possibly 2 or 3 times the subject was hit. He is right now in surgery. But again, we believe that they're non-life-threatening. So again, subject fires on our officers, fearing for their safety, returned fire. Now this is what we know about the subject. He's around 31 years old. In 2014, he was discharged from parole. He had a 2005 armed robbery where he was incarcerated.
If you're just joining us, we are listening live now to a press conference with Detroit Police Chief James Craig after a suspect, an armed suspect, was shot by police officers after about a 2-block chase. It all started with a mental health check and then led to this situation that we're dealing with right now. As you heard the chief mention, non-life-threatening injuries for that suspect after that person fired several shots at officers. We're going to have much more on this coming up a little bit later here on Local 4 News, as well as on our website, clickondetroit.com.